day 100 of our corona lockdown, and yes, we're still in the same place. 13 weeks ago we cut our hair, so this is the second time you see us doing it, and most likely not the last. After the last cut or something like this.
Yeah. Well, it's day 101, so I don't know.
It was probably in the first week, maybe the second week when we did it last.
I think so. I think it was the end of it.
Yeah, you look good. Thank you.
Water.
Angenehm eigentlich, weil es gerade warm ist.
Hot first. How much of it? Yeah, unfortunately with this shave it just barely shave the sides anymore.
Well,
Wait a minute. So, oops, hang on.
coming right into your nostrils.
That's what this lady
Now it's
last
Kira's
time
turn.
she said.
Basically, your upper layer has to
The
come
trim.
down a little more.
Oh, you,
The ends need to get cut.
You've got really fine hair otherwise. But it doesn't look split or anything. So I'm
It's not
just going
it's
to
not
leave
too
it.
split?
They're not all,
Okay.
No.
That's
no,
good.
They're really, really fine. I basically just straighten it out a little bit in the back.
Well, we are now up to day 102 in our lockdown in Barichara, and not a good day, not just because of the football, which we don't really want to talk about, but because we've just heard in the news this morning that Barichara has got its first corona case. Apparently a young man came from Barichara, which is on the north coast. It's a big port. It's hundreds of kilometres away. And he came down here to visit family, and apparently they had a test and it's come back positive. We've also heard that he got stopped before he came into Barichara, but how would he know that he's had a test and then tested positive? So we're not quite sure what the case is, but anyway, there we were supposed to go into town today. It's our shopping day, and we've decided not to go in because I think they're going to be a bit, a lot sharper, a lot stricter with their measures, and because we're tourists, you know, we stick out like a sore thumb. They have these checkpoints for a reason, so we don't understand why people are being let in. I mean, we've seen cars from Bogota with Bogota number plates and Medellin number plates and places from a long way away that are coming into town. We've noticed there are a lot more, and I think they are starting to check up on people again because they don't want that. The idea is that people are in lockdown, right? You're not supposed to come here. So yeah, so we're not exactly happy about all of this because it's bringing it on our literally on our doorstep. There aren't many people in Barichara. This is a small town, so
No medical facilities.
no medical facilities. There is a hospital which was closed during the coronavirus. Great, isn't it? You know, it's a medical facility, so it's more like, you know, go and check up for if you've hurt, you know, cut your leg or something like that, and you won't even get stitches here. I don't think they don't have that situation. It's more like a doctor's surgery. That's all it is. It's not a hospital, although they call it a hospital. There's no intensive care. There isn't even one in San Gil, which is 23 kilometres away, I think they are. There isn't one there. So
There might be one there, but
they don't have ICU.
there's supposed to be 2 cases there as well.
There's supposed to be 2 cases in San Gil. So it's creeping a lot nearer, and we thought we were fairly safe because of the block, the road block, the police check. You're not allowed in. So we thought we were fine, but obviously some people have been paying the police maybe to get in, and now there's a problem because there really is a case here. So yeah, but we're going to be the first ones to get it in the neck. That's why we're not going into town, just in case people think it's us. We're the problem. We've brought it in. We haven't. We've been here for over 3 months. You know, 102 days of lockdown. We've been here for every single one. So anyway, who knows what's going to happen? They're all the thinking here at the moment is that the lockdown is going to be extended. The problem with Colombia is the fact that if you get coronavirus, you don't get any help. You know, you're on your own, and you just have to hope that you're one of those people who gets a mild version. You know, anything else, and well, bye-bye. Which is why we're not very happy about that, because nobody knows what kind of risks they're at with coronavirus until they actually get it. And then, well, you could flip a coin basically. You know.
Well, numbers in South America are going in general up dramatically.
Yeah, it's just
So the situation is getting worse and worse here, and with that the economical situation, which is the biggest worry for us.
Well, they were reporting this morning, I was reading the newspapers, and in Bogota the number of robberies and burglaries is going up because people literally have no money. So we can't even go out on the streets. You know, we have to be a bit careful. Barichara was fine, really was fine, because the people are looking after themselves and they like their little community, and it is small, so they don't want the outsiders coming. But they seem to be opening that up, and we were worried about actually travelling further in Colombia, but Peru is even worse. So we're not going to be able to get south. Is there going to be any flights? We don't even know if we can get anywhere outside of Colombia. You know, we've been here, well, how long have we been in Colombia? It's now end of June. We've been here 5 months.
Yep.
5 months in Colombia. Well, we were actually going to go for 3 months and then get an extension for another 3 months, because you're allowed to be in Colombia for 6 months out of a 12-month period. But we're going to smash through that, because we're not allowed to leave until at least the 31st of August, and then we don't even know how.
Well, so far all is good, but it does get on your mind that you're stuck, that you have no idea what the future will bring. So we're just gonna make the best out of it, and
Yeah, I mean, we
just take every day the way it comes.
We're not going into town today for that reason, because it's just come out today. So our next day that we can go in isn't till Wednesday. It's Saturday today, so that's a fair few days. So Kirsten says we've got enough food. I'm not so sure. So Oh well,
We go on an interval fasting.
interval fasting.
Is the new word.
It's the new in word. We don't use the word.
We
diet.
always have beans and rice.
There you go. We've got loads of that. Have we got any onions? Yes.
We have no more chocolate. Darn.
That's true.
I've got chocolate powder, we see.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the
We have a milkshake. There you go. Chocolate milkshake.
the worst would be running out of gas, but never mind.
Oh yeah, well,
propane.
that's the other problem.
But we should have it at least for
Propane.
another 2 weeks. So
I'm hoping we've got at least till Wednesday. If not, we'll have to go into Kira's kitchen and use hers.
this is it for this week.
Okay.
No good news,
No.
but
Oh well.
we're still here.
We're still here. We've got no choice. We can't go anywhere. We're not allowed. So
Lots of people like us are somewhere spread around this planet and are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more depressing that the fact that tomorrow there's more football and maybe we don't even manage to get up into the top division. That's going to be the problem. Oh well. I think that's more depressing.
More news tomorrow. We'll
Yeah.
show you when we are totally depressed.
No, there won't be any news because we'll be so depressed we won't even get on the video.
We'll see. Say goodbye.
Bye.
This is the final match in the Bundesliga. Oh, HSV's coming. Oh, corner. No. And HSV needs a draw.
Mindestens.
Minimum.
At least a draw.
But they are 2-0 down. And they're playing
Terribly.
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
They need to win. Do they want to get into the top league or not? Because the way they're playing at the moment, they don't want to bother.
You can tell I'm rather speechless.
Yeah.
And what can we say? Look at all our grey hair. Oh, you can hardly see mine, I think. But it's only because our home team is playing so badly. We have no hope for today. Penalty for Hamburg.
We're losing 0-2.
Today is not the day.
The captain is taking the penalty, and is it going to? Let's see. It's not a good day, but let's see.
Ich habe gedacht, der geht rüber.
Yep. Okay.
So come on, one more goal.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna get another one from Sandhausen.
Yep. And that was a
That's it.
penalty for Sandhausen.
Bye bye, HSV.
We've only got.
I'm actually glad about it because they
6 or 7
really,
minutes
really don't deserve it.
Well, the thing is that we'd only get. We're playing for a relegation spot, which means we now have to play the third bottom team in the.
This is also the end of
First
hacking.
Liga. And we're not going to beat. We already know that Werder Bremen are in that spot. They're in the relegation. We're not going to beat them. The way they played.
No, we don't have any more players left. They're all injured.
Well, yeah, that's another point. We've got at least 3 injured. We don't have a team. Whilst we're keeping busy during our self-quarantine, the rest of the world gets worse and worse.
America's leading infectious disease expert has warned of a disturbing surge in COVID-19 cases in parts of the country. Anthony Fauci told Congress that the next 2 weeks could be crucial. In a special report, the BBC has found that some women across Eastern Europe are being denied abortions because of the coronavirus pandemic. A judge in Brazil has ordered President Jair Bolsonaro to wear a protective mask when out in public or face a $400 daily fine. Mr. Bolsonaro has been criticised for belittling the risk posed by coronavirus.
New York and the neighbouring states of New Jersey and Connecticut are introducing a 14-day quarantine for visitors from 8 other American states which have high rates of coronavirus infection. The Australian airline Qantas is to cut at least 6,000 jobs. It will also ground 100 aircraft for up to a year as it deals with the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. Russians are being asked to approve changes to the constitution which would remove term limits for the presidency, and it could allow Vladimir Putin to remain in office up till 2036. And the Eiffel Tower is to reopen to the public after being closed for 3 months during the coronavirus outbreak. Visitors and staff will be asked to maintain social distancing.
The World Health Organization has warned that the death toll from the coronavirus will reach 500,000 by next week, that there will be 10 million infections. The WHO has also warned people in Europe not to be complacent, with many parts of the continent facing a resurgence of COVID-19 as lockdown restrictions are relaxed. As the UK experiences its hottest day of the year, a major incident has been declared on England's south coast after hundreds of thousands of people headed to beaches. House Democrats are preparing to vote on a police reform bill sparked by the national outcry over the deaths of George Floyd, Rayshard Brooks, Breonna Taylor and other black Americans at the hands of police.
Ministers consider reimposing some coronavirus restrictions in Leicester because of a surge of cases there.
With local flare-ups, it's right that we have a localised solution in terms of infection control, social distancing, testing.
Boris Johnson announces that he'll be setting out his plans to build his way to economic recovery from the pandemic. More details will be revealed on the easing of non-essential travel restrictions for many popular European holiday destinations in a few days' time.
More than 500,000 people have lost their lives in the coronavirus pandemic, the United States being the hardest hit. The governor of Texas warned infections have taken a swift and very dangerous turn.
The World Health Organization is warning that the spread of COVID-19 is still accelerating, despite progress being made in some countries. The head of the agency says the pandemic is not even close to being over, adding that the worst may still be yet to come.
Stay tuned for more videos.